Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to our second video in the game development series. So we're just gonna go right in. Uh-oh. Okay. Works. Yes. 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 Everything works. So, see if we can add some more features to the game. So, I don't know why that's like that. So what shall we add next? I think I wanted to fix this up a bit. I didn't like how it was moving, as you can see here. I want to be able to look at the character. Right now I have it moving so that we're not always looking at the character. It's not what I want, so let's see. Let's experiment. Yeah. Need to find a way to disable this camera when we're looking through this camera. Okay, let's see. I think I want to move this back a little bit more so I can actually see our character. Let's see, how do we actually want to do this? So I was thinking of having it where you can zoom away from the character, but I don't know. Has it changed positions? So motion more. Let's see. I want to go along the y-axis and the z-axis. We want to use the middle mouse wheel. Wheel down, wheel up. Huh. I never use these. Wheel up. Say wheel up, we go zoom in. Wheel down, we zoom out. Name these wheel up and wheel down. I need 2 motion actuators. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom out. Awesome. just connect these. Okay, awesome. Don't know if we need two level triggering. Now motion. I guess we can experiment with this. Let's try 0.01. 0.01. We're going up. Not what I want. Probably just along the Y. By the way, feel free to let me know when I'm doing something horribly wrong. And more than likely am. .01. Nope. 0.01 on the Z. Coming out. Okay. And this is negative. This is positive. So 1. Let's test that out. Very slow. Very slow. Let's change that to 0.05 then. Hope that's not too fast. X. Yeah, seems to be working. Yep. Awesome. Zooming a bit too much now. So we need to set a limit. So there we go. Zoom in and out. Awesome. I guess we can hang on to that in case we need it. Yes. I don't think I'm gonna be using it, but whatever. Okay. So I was thinking, well, eventually fix a train, but I was thinking that we could add a building, unless we want to add more functionality to the character. And just so you guys know, this is just a test figure. I'm actually going to use a character, a female character, call her Holly. But let's see, right now we want to add a building. What I want to do, I realize you guys probably don't understand. So just to bring you up to speed, I have been working on the story for the game. I'm working on concept and kind of a loose story. I want to create a kind of a fluid story flow for the game, to where the player, rather myself or you guys, could just go around and, you know, make your own story. You know, I was thinking maybe have various missions or quests or whatever. Missions, quests, I can call them whatever, I guess. Or just make a dynamic environment where you can interact with it in any way you want to. Okay, let me say this. What do you guys want? Do you guys want quests, or do you want to just go and do whatever? I plan on adding a lot to the game. There'll be enemies. There'll be a lot of stuff to do. I was thinking maybe adding functionality to, like, if you go into store, you can buy items, you can buy weapons, magic. I guess you can buy relics. You can go explore and find relics. You can buy magical items, I guess. I have kind of fleshed out what I wanted for Holly. I wanted to portray how I wanted it all to function. As you can see here, I have several files of information, like her personality. This paragraph, sort of my thought process. I was coming up with ideas for Holly in the game. As you can see, I've taken ideas and pointers from people on Facebook who have commented and added them into the thought process. But you can read this. I will have a link in the description. I will provide other stuff in the videos and my Google Drive. I'll make it public so you guys can access it. There's just information like, yeah, I want Holly to be a badass. I don't know yet whether I want her using guns or magic, perhaps both. As far as the game story goes, I don't know if I should have a set in stone story or a fluid story. As you can see, it's just my flow of thought as I was trying to flesh out the game. I need to give her a story though to fit the title. Yada yada. Go further along. If nothing means a very complex game dynamics. Let me see, what was I talking about? Light and dark on everyone. Holly can choose her path independently, at least constrained concepts of purity, but all choices will impact her as a person, and interpretation will be left to the player, viewer, perhaps to Holly herself. I was speaking like the concepts of good and evil. I was saying there's a light and dark in everyone. She can choose her own path. It has been suggested to add time travel, which I'm thinking of making a very big thing in this game. I did enjoy it in Prince of Persia and Ocarina of Time. So time travel means ancient and futuristic elements, ancient magic, futuristic weaponry. I like to avoid using cutscenes if I can. So there's lots of information. You guys can read it yourself. This is the attempt to flesh out the story for the game. I have Holly's personality profile. Again, it's and the link in the description. I try to base off of characters I can draw inspiration from. Dean Winchester from Supernatural. I give all the references where I get the information. See, I choose which information I want to use in her personality profile. I've added Malcolm Reynolds as inspiration. Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly. If you haven't seen it, great show, you need to see it. Also Laura Croft. Also here I have a character from a story of mine, Rega Leon. I'm butchering my own character's name. Yeah, I just have a short description of her, just to add characteristics to my character. And down here I just write down the traits I wanted to add in just a simple paragraph, and then I put down Holly's traits in its own paragraph. So Holly's adventure is to be open and fluid, and some of her character traits should also be fluid. Again, a flow of ideas. I feel she should have some defining traits for general game flow. I want to try to base some of her traits off of the 4 characters above, as I showed you. They will serve as inspiration for her overall character dynamics. First off, Holly's past will be what helps drive her into her own path. You can read all of this. She's a natural leader, very loyal to her friends. She inspires loyalty in her followers. She is tenacious, energetic, and very clever. Holly is more of an anti-hero, choosing her own path, retaining her honor in her own way. So she's a different kind of character. She has her own flair, I guess. Going on, even so, she is trusted to do the job. She has a cocky personality and a devil-may-care attitude. So you can read all of that. I also have other files here of just basic checklists, game mechanics, game UI, game locations. If you want that information, I could put it in there. But just let me know if you guys want those files. Just bring it up here. Right now I only have one location. I'm calling it the Temple of Ages, source of Holly's powers. Ages houses the powers of space and time. One note I made is many locations will have a historical development throughout the game. Holly travel back and forth through time a lot. So as you can see, I want to incorporate the time element into the game. As she does, society would change throughout these time frames. So very dynamic environments. Cities and towns will develop in stages. So take for example, in ancient times, you'd have a simple civilization. Further down the timeline, you'd have more complex civilizations, bigger cities, more complex environments, politics, whatnot. If you go forward a generation, see the changes, like I don't know, City Hall maybe burned down, build a new library. Just different changes, and maybe huge changes, and maybe very subtle changes, just depending how far forward or back you go. So the temple itself basically is a magical timeless structure. it exists in its own time and space. It's actually one of the first buildings I want to make. But yeah, I have 5 for the game locations, which I only have the Temple of Ages, game mechanics, just basically get a feel for how Hollywood level up in the game. Game checklist, just a list of things I would do in the game. Bake textures, set up UI, come up with a story, make a. No, that was a request somebody made. We design home, which I think the tempo would be Holly's home. Fix terrain, make game world bigger, make Holly a badass. That's effort interpretation, but I will give her lots of abilities. And I would give her, give Holly better animations. I just had simple animations. If you saw the first game demo, you saw the simple animations. Figure out best way to design home, make objects simple. Make Holly jump animation, blah yada yada. You get the idea. Enemy types, just a list of enemies I'll add in game, like bugs, time enemies. Like I have past/future Holly. She's gonna have to fight against herself. But yeah, it's just different stuff. Game UI file, just menus, ability menus, and ability types. Like here, the time menu, I have beginning of time, time between. Well, I'm gonna have a timeline of events. This game is gonna have its own game world, its own events. I may use inspiration from Wii Award events, but we'll just have to see how that goes. So time between and end of time. So it'll be very interesting to see all the different moments in time and how the environments will change. But yes, I will have the game story and the whole personality profile available for you guys on Google Drive. If you guys want the other files, just let me know. But let's see. We want to make the Temple of Ages. I thought about gaining inspiration from the Temple of Time from Legend of Zelda, but I want to make it its own thing. So let's see. Let's just start creating a new object. Let's say a cube. Simple cube. And why do we not have this on snap? Up and over. Let's move this to a different layer. So that we do not have these objects clashing in game. We can duplicate as we see fit. Okay. Come on. Come on. That's fine. Now we probably need a light. Yeah, let's make this one. Okay, we have to be very careful with these lights because it will, if I have too many, it'll crash my scene. Let's just use light, I guess. Just use this, but so we want to use standard cube measurement. No, stay in perspective. Let's go into edit mode. Face. Say this face and delete it. Faces. So now we have a hollow box. So I've been gone a couple of days and finally got back. Now we can continue on. Okay, we will editing this cube right here. But I noticed something. The frame rate, I do not want to add 24. Let's turn it to 60. If I'm wrong in using this, just let me know. Let me see, what are we? Blah. Just out of edit mode. Let's push play. Pretty fast. Let's see the difference. 24. Play. And 60. Play. I don't know if I see a difference. Well, let's keep it at 60. Okay, now let's go back into edit mode and Control N on the inside. Fine. Control N. Yeah. Control N. Now that number's on the inside. There we go. Let's do it me. Been working with Blender for a while now. I still make dumb mistakes like that. And if you're all confused about how I'm doing any of this, my recommendation, YouTube. Search videos on YouTube about how to do Blender. I mean, you can find books at the library, at the bookstore. Lots of resources on how to use Blender. And it's open source. Everything's absolutely free. You can do whatever you want with it. Very flexible. There's a learning curve, but I think it's pretty good for what you can do with it. So now that we have our normals On the inside, let's select our cube. No, not Shift T, it's Control E. Edges, lock seam. Oh, I had to. Stupid me. Control Tab. Edge mode. Select our edges. Here. Only the edges that connect. I guess that would. That one. That one. Pretty much every edge in here besides the ones on the outside. They don't connect to anything. So Control E. Mark seams. Awesome. Now our seams on wed. So now since we have, oh wow, hello. Anyway, now that we have marked our seams, what we can do with that is when we have a texture, we take an image and just puts all the images that we want to use as textures in one image, and we can just say these areas that are marked by the seams are the areas we want to use, because you see it's because as you can see it's all squares. It's very easy to use textures on. You have floor plane, walls. I guess we can have a door. Excuse me. We can have a door here or entrance or whatever. We can actually just take that out, make this a hall, and this could be a ceiling. We're actually going to make separate objects from this, but this is kind of like the base object that we're going to base everything else on. So Shift B, duplicate. I guess we can do that. Matter. Now we can take this, go to edit mode. What do I want to do with this? I guess take away the ceiling. Control Tab. Face, select ceiling here, and delete it. Delete faces. Then there we go. We have a dead end without the ceiling. Let's name these. Object. Name this to be. Let's see. What naming convention do we want to use? Say dead end. Say closed dead end. Copy that. This one's an open dead end. Distinguish them. Duplicate this one again. And let's delete everything but the ceiling. Delete. Yes. Now we simply have ceiling object. Call it ceiling. Just a simple plane. You just use a simple plane, but whatever. I would have had to change the center. Okay. Let's take this. Duplicate it. And let me see, let's just take away one wall. And we would name this corner. Let's say floored corner. Right. Spell quickly. Floored corner. Yes, you can add another one of these. Put it over here. And get rid of the floor. Call this open corner. Get rid of the numbers. Okay. So now we duplicate this one. No, now let's duplicate this one and bring it over here, and just get rid of. Let me see. I have the close and open dead ends. I have the corner, and now I have the hallway. Just call this hallway. Now we have actually 6 objects. One's hidden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. We duplicate this one. Delete that face. Guess I can rotate it in edit mode. Rotate along the Z. 90 degrees. No. Delete that. Just make things simple. Just take this over here, edit this, and just get rid of the walls. There we go. Makes things easier. Not so messy. Name this. You have to forgive me. Sometimes I forget the name of certain simple things. It'll come back to me. And let's just call it Lord Wall. You guys are free to correct me on these naming conventions. Okay, so we now duplicate this and make a simple wall by deleting the floor and just calling it as wall. We're using the same object for different things. Duplicate this, and I guess we can just rotate it and call it no, because these objects walk in different. Okay, I base these off of a cube, so I'm gonna have to keep it like the orientation information is going to have to be based off of the cube object. Should I duplicate that? But nope. Okay, awesome. And just delete everything besides the floor. I could have used that. Oh well. Call this the floor. Is that everything? We have a ceiling, we have a floor, we have a wall. And we have open and a closed dead end. We have a corner, a hallway, a floored wall, and a regular wall. We have the open. Okay. We, I think, have everything. So let me just clean this up a bit. Yep. Just put that over here with the simple objects. Let me see top view. Graphic. Why is this way over? Oh, that's fine. And I can just change the display so I can see, you know, the other faces. I don't want those faces getting in the way, so just keep back face calling on. And I guess let's bring this over here. Awesome. Let's put these. Put these together. Yes, we pair these. And then bring these over here. Just as like these, over. Come on, little mouse button. I probably need a mouse. This one's not functioning all that well. We do not have a paired object for that, but oh well. We will make one eventually. Okay. I think we are set with these. Now we need more light. Let's just box select these. Bring them over here. See, orthographic, top view. That's good. And let's make 2 lights so that I can actually see these objects and duplicate this one. See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. We have some consistency. And bit brightly lit. Good. Guess these a little bit. 1, 2, yep. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Yep, that's fine. Actually, you can actually see these objects. Don't want to have any back faces to these, but we have this down. Yeah, that would do. A little bit. I guess that's fine. You see all these objects. It's a bit dark here, but whatever. Doesn't matter what you want to do. And now we have each of the basic, like if you're making a square house, these are basic building blocks you would use. Let's see. I guess we can just use these as basic markers for what you want to do with the temple. First off, I guess will be the corners. You can duplicate this and move it, Shift M, and go into layer 1. Go to layer 1 and bring it up. Now, that's just up, and so let me see. Go back into perspective. Our players looking this way. Let's just put the temple here. And now we can design our temple. I was wanting to get inspiration from the temple of time. Such images. Actually, I did save some of these. Let's see if I can find it. Image. Image. Temple of Ages. images, reference images, and I do not know if any of the those images. So here's the images, textures, reference. So just emojis. So I have a number of images that I have just to use for reference. Let me see. There's a picture of the temple. This is somebody's rendition of it. There's another rendition. So looking through the images, here's actually one of the temples in Skyrim. Temple of the Solstice. This one looks interesting, but let's see. Don't remember what. Which one is this? Here's an interesting one, Sky Temple. I think this is from Twilight Princess. Okay, but this is called I don't remember. Well, the first step in making this temple would be designing the temple. So let's see, I guess I would first mark the bounds of the temple. Let's see. It's just first let's just mark 4 corners. Rotate along the Z. Why can't I rotate it? So I found the culprit of a rotating problem. It was this guy. So when it's on, I cannot rotate the object in object mode, and I had to turn it off in order to rotate in any given direction. So now that we have that figured out, we can get my mouse button is freaking out. Get back to this. Get a new mouse. rotate along the Z, 90 degrees this way. Take both of these and duplicate it. Over here, make a perfect square. Rotate these along the Z, 180. Awesome. Now we have a kind of open square pattern. We can use other objects. Let's use a floor object. Create this. Bring it to layer 1. Let's go back. Up, over, and we will texture these. We have the basic form and structure of the temple. Let's go for we can just use these for now to mark the bounds of the temple. So in the next video we will be marking the bounds of the temple, making the basic form of the temple, maybe make some pillars and altars and whatnot. Let's see where we can go from there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to rate it, whether you liked it or disliked it. If you want to leave a comment, your input will help greatly. Perhaps you can draw out some designs for the temple. I have some ideas of my own. Maybe I'd illustrate those, see what you guys think of it, keep you guys posted on that. But until next time, this is AnimePunk 87. See you guys later.